Okay, so this video is about to explain the or show the complete video list for the N54 engine rebuild. So the way it works is you have here the number of the videos. So the first section would be video 1 to 17, and they're about the engine removal. You can see here engine removal. And then you have the subsection. So like the video number 1, you got here like a description saying it's the BMW 135 and then N54 engine. And then you have the underhood shield removal. This would be the first video. You got the time of the video at the end. And then you have video number 2, gas pressure relief, air cabin filter and engine cover removal, and so on. So first section is about removing the engine from the hood compartment. Then if we keep going, you're gonna have the video number 20 to 27 here. These videos are about disassembling the engine. So again, you got the different descriptions written. This would help people to find their way in all these videos. You got here videos number 30 to 34, which are about the engine rework itself. Then the videos 40 to 49 are about rebuilding the engine. So you got the different description there. Then video 60 to 75, you got it's the engine installation, so putting the engine back in the hood compartment. And then you would have videos in the 80 section. These are the troubleshoots that I have encountered in order to get this car back up and running. Also, there's some notes I'd like to explain, which are the followings. About the water pump, video number 9. This is for what I've seen, this is an easier way than a lot of other ways I've found. A lot of people, they will remove a lot of parts in order to access that water pump, but the water pump can be pulled out up forward without removing too much things, and this video really show how to do so. The in my case, there was an oil mess over there, so if ever you have a hard time finding your way with because the video is not fully clear because of the oil, you can always also watch the water pump installation video, which is going to be helpful to because it's a cleaner process. So this is the video number 67. So I would say the original one, video number 9, is a better video to see how to remove it. But if you have a hard time seeing some detail because of the oil all around, you can always check the water pump installation, which is almost the reverse steps. So that would be video number 67. Other than that, for video number 26, which is the timing chain, this is the removal, but let me find out where I installed that thing. That would be around here, video number 41. When I installed the timing chain for the oil pump and stuff, you got it here, and you got the finalization of that with the vacuum pump, sprocket and all. So for the video number 41, okay, so for the installation of the sprocket for the timing chain and all, I have set another way to do so. The best way maybe is like, because I did it a certain way, but maybe you want to insert the whole sprocket assembly thing just like it would be a cassette. So I set here comments. You can find the comments here. This is this section here, which is the second comment in there. It explains how I would have done it a different way if I would to redo that again, so you can use it like a cassette assembly instead of trying to work it the way I did, which worked, but maybe this is a better way. So anyway, if you compare the two, maybe you can find the one that you like the best between the two of them. So sometimes reading the notes just below, it would be like a quick note very early posted below the video that could help to have different things that I would have liked to put in the video but are not in it. So video number 45, this is where I did the engine timing. So this video, in order to find the top dead center of cylinder 1, what I did is I highballed it, and I would not advise to do that. It was close enough, but I had to redo it, and I would say it's such a very precise synchronization between the crankshaft and the camshafts that I would say that it's much better to do it, and I would say even mandatory to do it the proper way. That you could find this information in video number 83, where I did the engine timing. The only thing is that in order to do so, you will have to install the flywheel, because there's a pin that locates the crankshaft, but it locates it with the flywheel. I would say also the for the camshafts, the roller drag lever, or the rockers, how I call them very often, you want to make extra care when you install them, because for some reason I checked all the video shoot we've been doing, and I never found out how the one I had tilt sideways. So I would say maybe you want to recheck those, make sure once everything's installed that all your valves lever are really over the valves and not sideways. I know it sounds stupid, but I have no idea how it happened, so maybe you just want to recheck that before you sealed everything. As for the torque, when it's a low torque, I'm gonna make a video which is very important. That would be I would do that if ever I have to do something like that, like video 48, which is the cylinder head installation. I would do a 48B, okay, and if there's more add-on, it would be C, D, E, and so on. So I'm about to make a video 48B that's gonna help making a precision for the torque, that I think it's very important. The here in the video 61 for the pressure plate installation, these are self-adjust pressure plate. There's a adjustment reset that has to be done. We performed it in that video, so it's could be important to check that, because I didn't find any other video that show about it in the web, on the web. As for engine installation, two things that I've not done in there that maybe would do differently. I would probably install a tie down in order to be able to tilt the engine, a tie down fixed to the engine crane, so I can tilt it. So that's something I would have probably do. That's something I would do if I would have to redo that again. Also the rear duct for the rear turbo, that should be installed prior to sit the engine in the hood compartment. That's gonna help you a lot, because it's very complicated to fit it afterward. I did it in that video, so if ever you're in that situation and you don't want to remove the engine, you're gonna be lucky to see how I did it. But it's gonna be a slow process, because you got to be careful, and it fits very tight. One little thing also that I mentioned in that video that is a very common issue is the misfire issue with these engine, the N54. I found that there's a very stupid thing that might happen, and well, we never kind of think that would be it, but sometimes when you would slide the engine cover back on top of the engine, it might get caught in the coipax connector, and the way they're oriented, it can flip them open slightly. So again, I know it sounds ridiculous, but that could be a cause of misfire. So the best way I've found to avoid that is you get the engine running, or you fix your misfire issue, as you guys know how to do so probably. Once it runs smooth, you stop the engine, you slide your engine cover over the engine, then don't screw it yet, just try to start the engine once more. If you got a misfire, well, you know, you just probably flip them open. So if you don't have any misfire, then you're good to screw it in place. So that's about it for the video lesson. Some details about stuff to pay attention to, and some other the structure for revision or extra information if to come in the future, which would be a letter after the number of the video.